everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Tom here.
Kimmy here.
Are we ready to get lost again?
I'm
Like
always
always.
lost.
We're always lost in the show. We are on the finale of Lost, Season 2, Episode 24.
No way.
No
Be
way!
cringing.
Cringing and screaming and scary. And, so last week's episode was called Live Together, Die Alone, Part 1. We're not looking at the title for this week, but I'm kind of assuming this is going to be Part 2.
Yeah, part 2, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did I guess? So live together, die alone. That's what Jack said to Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim, you were saying, because we were setting up and we saw last week's title already, and you guys were saying that that's what Locke said early on in Lost as well.
Yeah, and Jack
Or
said
someone-
it too. I think it was season 1. It was early on, but they gotta live by that.
Yeah. So we've heard it before, and it's a big thing to go by. I mean, live together, die alone. What does that mean?
It's more important than ever now.
Yeah, flat out, I think that means don't betray us. Like, anyone who wants to be an outsider or separate from the group, is going to not survive. Like, you need to work as a team, work together.
We're all in
Yes.
this together.
We're all in
Yep.
this together.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of you guys have been telling us too. I love our fans. You guys are so respectful and fun to talk to, and you guys fill us in when we miss something, especially with Lost, because we do notice a lot of stuff, but at the same time, if things are in the background, sometimes even right in front of us, like if you only see someone once and it's been a while, we don't always remember, but you guys refresh our memories, and then we are like, holy crap, and kind of tied in. And we know that our characters don't like to communicate with each other, at least not with
It's
everyone.
so annoying.
So we always bring that up, and I think that's something we're always going to talk about, because that is a big challenge for them, but there's a reason behind it, because they're struggling. They're all individuals. A lot of them are strong individuals, so some people just don't, they have hard
Yeah.
past, and they're not easily able to share information.
Yeah, and in
lot of
this
trust
instance,
issues.
this last instance, what they, Saeed and Jack really felt that it was necessary not to tell Kate and Sawyer and Hurley about what their plan is, because they can't let Michael on. They know.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
more
They
they
just
know,
have to go forward, and just less is better.
Yeah.
And it
because the more who
backfired.
know, the easier it'll be to spoil the surprise, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and honestly too, in hindsight, us watching in, it's easier to judge. But if you're actually in that moment and trying to make these decisions, it's a very different feel,
Yeah,
and you
'cause we
might
know what's
act
going on all
completely
across the
different.
board.
Yeah, I mean, he killed 2 people. Jack and Saeed don't want him to kill anymore. You don't know how desperate he is. He's a desperate father, wants his son back.
He's
Mhm.
desperate
You don't-
to kill.
What measures is he going to do to get him back?
Yeah,
But we know that Michael can't kill anyone else, especially in their group now, because the others want those 4 people.
See, we know that, but they don't really know that.
Right?
Mhm.
But see, from what if you look at Saeed and Jack, they know that he's killed 2 people, and now they're leading 4 more into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What's the motive? What's the end result going to be? They don't really
Right.
know.
yeah,
Mhm.
they don't. So randomly, we didn't even talk about that freaking prehistoric bird last time. What the freak was that?
Was it
All kinds of
mechanical?
animals. Was it mechanical? I know.
We haven't seen really any crazy animals as of late. We haven't seen anything.
Yeah, even like a boar or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Sawyer's
what
walking
are they
with them,
eating
just to get
now?
bored
Like
with them.
honing in on people to people now.
So that was a weird bird. I mean, we've seen weird creatures that don't really inhabit islands, but polar bears.
Yeah.
Boar, I guess, can, but
Yeah,
polar
sure.
bears was a big shock. We're kind of guessing that could have been a conjuring through Walt, but I don't know. A lot of mystery here. But then we had a prehistoric bird. Maybe it was native just to that island and hasn't been discovered yet, by the main.
What if the bird was summoned by
Population.
Walt? Since we saw Walt dealing with birds
Ooh.
before.
You know what? I was kind of going in that direction, but didn't even think that. Yeah, I mean, maybe. So I hope they can get Walt back. What do they want our main group for? I don't know. It's scary. I don't think it's for good purposes.
Yeah, it's getting more intense.
definitely.
I don't know if I was more scared now, if I'm more scared now, actually having them meet up with the others, or when we didn't actually see them and we were like afraid of, what they're going to do. Now I'm not sure which one.
Well, I think it's scarier now because now the group with at least Jack and Saeed and the main group, they know something's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's all going to come to a head and something's going to happen.
See, my biggest thing is we're watching a finale and my head goes here because of all the shows that we've watched and bad things happen and they're in a dangerous situation, a lot of unknowns here, that I'm kind of like, we have our main favorites now all at jeopardy here, most likely, very soon. Anyone can go. So sometimes I'm like, okay, well, sometimes or most times one person dies in a finale and I'm like, who's it going to be? And now we have all our favorites all in one place. And I'm like, okay, maybe we're going to lose multiples. Who knows? I mean, we already lost 2 major characters. They weren't main, but they were important. And I feel terrible they died.
Main. So that was a bummer that happened.
I really thought there was going to be a lot more there. And that's the whole shocking part, like.
Then the rest of the camp is on the beach. Only Saeed knows.
And then they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so they can be ambushed at any time if the main people are away.
Yeah.
We have another plan.
One more tidbit before you get started.
Yes.
So Lost just turned 17 years old this past September. So
wow.
If you can believe that.
That's a long time.
We're a little late to the party, but at least we're here.
Yeah, and it was because you guys requested this a lot, and I think we had a poll for this too, right? I think it won a poll or something. I don't remember. We have so many polls. But yeah, like you guys have been requesting this for a long time, and I've been really curious to watch it, and I'm really happy that we are because
I am too.
It does keep you thinking, and we talk a lot on our channel review-wise, but this one I feel like is our main easy show to talk about. There's just so many theories.
So many things
Marvel
going on. It's like it boggles the mind.
It does. It really does. And we're watching on Amazon today. A few of you have told us that, I don't think I told you guys yet, but the episodes sometimes are missing certain parts, whether like a minute or so of the episode here and there on Amazon. I don't know why that is. I think that's ridiculous. I don't know why people, like, what happens there to cause that, but the original DVDs, I guess, like have more information in them, and I guess the scenes aren't too important, but a couple times there were parts of past episodes that were missing from the content we were watching. So we're watching on Amazon today. We've always been watching Lost on Amazon, so it is free on there. They do have commercials on the free version. I bought it just so we didn't have to worry about the commercials. So you can definitely watch it on Amazon with us to make it easier, I think. Just to throw that out there, because I didn't know that. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, I was like,
must
really,
be just
we're missing
different cuts
parts?
or copyright something or other.
It's weird. I'm like, why cut out certain parts? I don't know. Maybe people just got
don't
sloppy
need this.
when they put it together on streaming. I don't know. Yeah.
You can have it free, but I'm going to take 1 minute away every time.
Yeah, I was like, why? Why would you do that? All right, so 2:24.
We're running out of time, Cheng.
Yeah. Careful.
Ooh, I hate that.
My Lord. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
Echo.
that's like a
I don't
special
want Echo.
blast door.
He better not pass away.
Echo,
Tell him
very
what.
upset, John. Let's just open this door and we can talk about it.
There's a
Communication? Nah.
No, Echo is going to blow open the blast
Thank
door.
you.
You're sure it'll hold? I'm sure.
It's called a blast door for a reason.
I know. Oh, they tried it
guys
before?
don't work against each other.
Huh. He's not even phased.
You never want to tell me what bloody well happened to him.
He's too terrible.
See that brown stain there? That's Radzinski.
Jeez.
And he had to clean the mess up.
Well, he knows what he's doing.
Maybe it's just a bunch of wires.
No question.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Ooh.
He's better, Duke. John, this is your last chance to end this.
It's strong,
Open the
too.
door and I will
Yes.
forgive you.
Wait. Just wait a second.
Talk quick.
Is he going to blow himself
I
up?
think it's a good idea, Echo.
He's going to stay there? No way! He's too close! See? I hope he's okay.
Holy crap, he's going to funnel right through. No! No!
He's really trying.
They're alive.
Sayid, you by yourself?
It's a trap. See, it was pretend, right?
They captured him. No guards there. What's going down?
The freaking music!
Come on!
Don't let your guard down, though. Whoa, what's this? Whoa, there's
It's just a
nothing.
wall. It's all fake.
What?
That fish? Oh,
There's
yeah.
message tubes.
They just dropped there?
So they're actually going nowhere.
Are they?
This whole initiative is nothing.
It's all filled, the whole book. The journal entries.
There's his picture.
There's the
400
last
SR
one.
moves ping pong table again.
Michael, you've gone too far.
Oh, yeah, the whispers.
Oh, they knew that they were gonna
Yeah.
make a plan.
Oh, wait!
Started him?
Oh, no, Sawyer, what is that?
Oh, come on, pull it out of his neck!
Her too!
They got Kate! They're gonna get every single one of them.
She's gonna get hit next.
Oh, crap.
Damn!
It's like it has an electrical noise.
Yeah.
What the frick are the
Like a
whispers?
little taser dart or something.
Like, oh, you're exposed, buddy. And why do you have that? Huh.
So he was faking it. He's like right there.
Because they were really to hide out in the open.
Well, gosh, I didn't think you had the stones to come after me.
Oh, did he kill him? Holy crap!
Just like that.
Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, and nothing's working? Holy crap!
Wow, everything's going right to the door.
It's not working. How did they get beyond this? So apparently something does happen. And yet he's going with Locke with this. I don't understand. He's just done.
So he's seen this.
Yeah, maybe he's looking for the system failure
What
page.
was the date?
September 22nd.
System
It was September
failure.
22nd.
Wow.
Oh, and that's when they crashed because he didn't press the button.
Oh. Ooh. Come on. What are they gonna do?
Why out here?
No!
Everybody just calm down.
Oh,
Oh.
he made it back.
Oh, God. No, I'm gonna antagonize
Hello
him.
again.
What should be the main guy?
Yeah.
He's in charge?
All right, let's take care of business, shall we?
He really put himself
No.
in harm's way? Is he the boss? Oh, Echo!
Oh, no,
See,
no.
you were too close.
Son of
We need to push the button.
No, we don't.
Yes.
Did you not hear me, brother? I crashed your bloody plane. How did you manage to do that? On that day, those numbers turned to hieroglyphics. Now push the damn button. I know what I saw.
Come on. No time to argue. What harm is it gonna
God.
do? Just do it.
No.
Come on. No, no!
You killed us all?
No,
Hard drive is in there.
Yeah, he'll see.
I just saved us all.
I don't think so.
Can I get some help? Can you help me?
I'm trying, brother.
There's a
in there,
book.
the key.
There's a key in it.
Yeah.
So from Calvin. Where's love?
Please don't give up, Des. Because all we really need to survive is one person who truly loves us. And you have her.
That was awesome. That was so beautiful.
That saved him right there.
Mm. Is that Locke up there?
John.
This was supposed to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's when he turns the light on. They both thought it was a sign. Yes.
Not alone
Maybe
anymore.
someone's coming for me. They're gonna take my place.
None of this is real. Nothing is gonna happen.
Stop it.
We're gonna be okay.
No. Crap.
We'll know in 5 seconds.
And you've got to get as far away from here as possible. I'll see you in another life, brother.
Oh no. Charlie, get out of there! Echo, and you can't move!
Everything magnetic.
Oh no!
Guys! See now, Locke?
Oh! This is what he explained.
Oh god, it waits. That's how strong it is.
Oh crap! Oh no!
No!
I mean, his cross is gonna get ripped off too. No Echo! No Echo!
No!
No! See, everything's getting crushed! Get out of there!
I was wrong.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Get out of there! See?
I love you, Penny.
Oh no! They're gonna see the explosion.
What? Look at this.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, the babe.
The magnetic field is so intense.
Yeah.
And he's like, good, another bunker's down.
What's flying? What's that?
What is that?
Is that Desmond?
Right on their camp?
Quarantine?
quarantine?
That's part of the bunker.
Oh, it's the bunker hatch door.
I think Mary heard my oh no's. Came in.
Charlie.
Where's Charlie?
Good. Good.
How do you know I won't tell people about where I was?
Don't start challenging.
Maybe you will,
I'm gonna
maybe
keep
you
those
won't.
4 people.
But it won't matter. Once you leave, you'll never be able to get back here.
What?
I don't know. Do you believe it?
Bon voyage, Michael.
I don't like that. Everything scares me.
Yeah.
Oh, he is there.
He's there, but
You okay? You sure? Okay. I got
they
you.
brainwashed.
Blow up the
It's
boat.
gonna be okay now. We're going home, Walt.
Now what with
I
them?
don't like this.
What do they want Hurley to?
God, no.
You go? You can go back to your camp.
What?
What about my friends?
With everybody else. They're not so
Friends
lucky.
are coming home with us.
No!
See, because they need like warriors and stuff, probably.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
Tell them to
choice. Can he find the way back?
This is horrifying.
Is she just grabbing her boobs?
I don't know.
Oops.
Not again.
He's really calm, considering.
It's really bizarre.
Echo knows word about Locke or Echo.
Yeah, especially him. Oh, really? He. Aw.
I haven't brushed my teeth in months.
Aw, don't ruin it, Tom.
So bizarre how he's acting, though.
Yeah.
He's acting like nothing happened.
This is the north side of the island.
This
While they're watching Rudolph.
Ooh.
Oh, it's just
Okay.
Danielle's ship.
Stop talking.
It's probably the magnetic field going on.
Yeah.
I think we found it.
What?
His girlfriend? Pen?
What the hell's going on?
What is going on? So, okay, so I was convinced that they're all dead and this is purgatory. But now her girlfriend, unless they're all dead, even these guys, like and his girlfriend, but you know, she's looking for him, so all this might actually be happening. And what? Right? Because she's
so
alive,
bizarre.
and she's looking for him. And how did she know to look for that?
I don't know.
I think I don't know if that's present time. Maybe that's past. Like in the past, and maybe it was something for her dad's work. I know he was, this big, big time guy, businessman, whatever. Maybe she was looking for this magnetic field. They found it.
It just
They're
ironically
in the
where she was in
Arctic
that
somewhere.
field, maybe.
They're probably in
Yeah.
the Arctic looking for this thing. I mean, it kind of sounds like it's going off at the same time as the bunker going off, but I don't know. They just seem to be so far away. I mean, where are they?
Yeah. So is this affecting the whole
that
world?
could be
You know?
present. Yeah.
That's what I
That is
assumed.
incredible.
Because that alarm going off, and we're associating now with you not pressing the numbers, this huge magnetic field goes off, and it disrupts whatever's around it. Maybe it affects even a greater distance than we realize. And wherever they are, jokingly, I'm like, oh, they're on the island, but on the other side or something, because we see all these weird things happen. You never know. And that would
So the
explain
polar
polar
bears
bears.
came from.
Yeah, right? I know we said maybe Walt, too, but there's just all these, like, maybes that we just don't know. I'm thinking that, as we saw, right, like, what happened on the bunker, like, actually did happen, and Locke said I was wrong.
He finally admitted it. I mean, it was in the thick of things when he finally admitted it.
I mean, Desmond freaked out and said all this happened, all these things flew around, and, you know, it got greater, and it was dangerous, and he still was stubborn where, I mean, I don't want to be controlled and a slave and stay there every 108 minutes to press that button, but I mean, you're risking everyone's life and possibly another plane crash, if not worse. Like, people died.
It's just weird how, like, the report shows the date as to when the system failure was and the plane crash coincide, but then on the flip side, that report went nowhere. So it's kind of like, what is the purpose of this whole
nowhere. The
thing?
pneumatic chute goes to nowhere. There is no headquarters. There's no one monitoring.
I know. Why
these
dump all
guys.
that stuff in the middle of nowhere? I mean, was there originally something there and maybe the others or someone else got rid of it?
Yeah, but the whole structure, I mean, that seems kind of pointless to get rid of the whole structure except for a tube.
I know. It's just so freaking bizarre.
Just to make people believe that it's this important to do it.
But why make
It
people
is
believe
important,
if
but
it is
they-
important? I don't know. I'm so confused.
Me too. I mean, even going to the others now, and it looks like Henry's in charge. Henry.
Yes.
I mean, when he turned around, I kept saying that because I got nervous, but I'm like, he's in charge. Like, the way that people are reacting towards him and how calm he is and serious, maybe he's the guy they were talking about. Maybe he's the leader. So what a shock. I mean, he threw us off completely saying, like, oh, well, you know, like talking about this guy who's very dangerous and he was scared and he might not survive it. And to go in and to risk your life.
I don't think Henry is the guy. I think he might be like the liaison to that guy.
Yeah, maybe the leader of that group and who.
Yeah, I mean,
speaks.
but another thing too is why fake a beard? I mean, who cares if he has a beard or not?
It's the most bizarre
saying
thing,
their
but at
names.
least we have a little connection with the electromagnetic field, how important it was to push the button, have that fail safe, the key. We don't know what's happening to our guys down below. We don't know if they're even alive. We could have lost all of them.
I know. And
Poor Echo, he wanted to. He had the faith. John lost it.
Yeah.
And if Desmond was trying to connect the dots, he's a key figure now, and hopefully he didn't perish because
I hope Locke and Echo are
all of
okay.
them.
I mean, it seems like so many are getting tested, and even with our main group, like with the others tied up, and when they released Hugo, I was kind of like, okay, maybe this was a test just to see if Michael would follow through and do our bidding, and that's all they wanted to do. So I really thought for a second they were going to release everybody and say, okay, you can go home now, just don't come back again. I really thought for a moment.
I'm going to throw something out here that's really in left field.
Do it.
What if they're all hooked up to like some kind of machine, and they're being fed these ideas like who to see who's going to push the button, who's going to be defiant, and I mean that would make sense as to how like people who are sick are getting healed, but then how if they want to get rid of somebody because they're not following the program accordingly, they can just pull the plug and they die in the virtual world. And so what if it's all like
that would combine with one of our other shows that we're watching. I don't know. I mean, the cool thing about the show is that it branches off in so many directions that
it does. Like the others, it was all acting.
Yeah.
They were all pretending to be like living primitively. There was nothing to guard.
Yeah.
They were all just acting and playing the part to do this whole thing that just to get, they got Walt, they got more than they bargained for. In Walt, whatever they needed him for, now they let him go with Michael. Like to take.
Which I don't even trust that. I mean,
I don't either. I don't even know what happened to Walt. I mean, he might have
by.
instructions that they gave him. You have to do X, Y, Z.
They just keep messing
you. You have to go get Claire's son, Aaron. You know, you never know.
Well, I mean, if they can't get off the island on a raft or anything, what's to say this boat's not going to just do a circle, say, hey, we let you free, and we can't help that you came back.
I know, and 325 was the coordinates, right? So what does that even mean? And someone's going to pick you up. So even if he's right and someone will pick him up, is it another group? And they're going to be screwed elsewhere?
Would it be
it's a compass heading?
Jin and Sun?
So it's a compass heading. So if he sets his compass to that heading, he'll go in that direction, and eventually, I guess, there's rescue out there. But that to me,
really?
that means to me that's set up because he's telling me to go that way.
And why haven't they left? Like why are they staying there too? Like they choose
why
to
would
be
you
there.
want to stay there?
Well, I think there's some kind of experiment going on there, and they're all hooked up to some kind of machine.
Absolutely. I mean, you have supply drops. I mean, people know there's people on this island. No one is saving anyone.
Is this really government
They're
funded?
purposely leaving all
like
these people on this island in these different groups, and they might be experimenting on how different groups react with each other and pecking orders, and it's just mind-blowing.
It's like a mix of Truman Show, Hunger Games, right? And what else?
Yeah.
I mean, all of these people are being tested against their will, mostly, but hopefully they are merciful in a way where Michael and Walt get to leave and actually get rescued by people where they could be free again. Or are they going to just end up in a different island or different bunker or something?
Maybe those numbers are like a cheat code so you can get like supersonic.
You can be supersonic speed.
And there is a correlation between John losing his faith and then Desmond's trying to, make him understand quickly. I mean, he just found out that the same time it was a system failure, it was the same date that the plane crashed, and he's trying to tell John. John is adamant that he is right.
Well, he's putting all these pieces together the last second.
And then you have, and that all epically failed. And then you have Michael, who, yes, he did some horrible things to get his son back, and now he's realizing we could have done this a lot easier. We didn't have to kill our own to get my son back. If he just, let other people in, just like John, listen to Echo. What harm is it just to press the buttons?
I wish, I know. I wish
you went through that journey. Let Echo do it.
I know.
I don't think he wanted to be a possibility of being convinced out of his idea.
Yeah.
Because Echo, always has a good logic behind his thoughts. Mm-hmm. But the look on Locke's face, though, when he said, I was wrong, he looked like, holy crap, I was really wrong.
Because that's scary, because a man who's just determined, and when you're at that point where you just mentally shut down and you just want to prove that you're right, and it wasn't him like, I'm right and you're wrong kind of thing, but he wanted to be free of this slavery. He was so mad because he felt betrayed by the island too, because he thought he was fated to be there, saw the light, and Desmond at that last second did see that it was probably fated, because he said that Locke saved his life. He was going to commit suicide. He got the letter, and then the light, he heard the banging and shouting, and he went over and shined the light. So Locke, realizing there's another person there, Desmond was like, oh my God, and he was relieved. So it was almost like it was fated. So, Locke really didn't want to believe. He was just so stubborn at that point, because he was so betrayed by his own beliefs that he just wanted to prove to himself that it was all a facade. It was just awful. I mean,
it was
down to no matter what. You couldn't tell him anything to make him see otherwise until the inevitable happened.
Yeah, and he was so adamant about getting the hatch open, and he was just so adamant. He got it. He succeeded. He pushed the button. Jack was opposed to it right off the bat. Did Jack do anything crazy and say you can't do it and throw things around? He just, what? If you want to push the button, I'm not pressing it. You do it. And he let him go through the motions. Desmond, he was, buffaloed. He thought he was being saved. he was at his worst moment. He gets the letter, you know, in his book that he was going to read, you know, just when he knew he was going to die. You know, everything was fated for him, he thought, because he saw someone banging. Oh, this is my relief. I can get out. Like everyone thinks they have signs for a reason, and it was wrong. But this actual experiment wasn't an experiment. It was the real deal.
And why even make that a possibility? I mean, people died, a plane crashed, and ships wrecked, you know? It was like, why do this? I mean, why are they doing this to people?
What's the purpose of this whole thing? And I just want to know what the connection is with the guys in the Arctic. You know, why are they up there monitoring for this event in this, you know, Arctic tundra?
Yeah, because when they were talking to his girlfriend, to Desmond's girlfriend, like, they didn't say, I think we found him, right? Did they say him or anything? I don't remember now.
I think we found it.
So maybe it's just a coincidence where she doesn't realize Desmond is on the island, and maybe they know there's some kind of experimentation going on, and her father's part of some government deal, and they're like, what the heck, these weird phenomenons are happening, and we have to figure out what's going on. So maybe it's just all coincidence, because I immediately thought she was looking for Desmond, she connected him to this island or this mysterious place with a magnetic field for some odd reason. That's what confused me, and then somehow, like, she was excited because, oh, we found it, we found him or something. But yeah, maybe it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. What was that, Tom?
I wonder what that bright light was, because, I mean, magnetic fields, you know, you normally can't see something like that. But
you never see a magnetic field that intense, though, either. I mean, the humming, and I'm thinking it was just so extreme. And what else can happen? Like, Charlie hopefully temporarily lost his hearing somewhat. Could it cause cancer? Could it cause all these other things to happen to you? Because it's so freaking intense. It can change molecules. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe it can do something to the human body over time. The frequency is so intense. A blinding light. Is Desmond even gone? Like, we just assumed. Everyone assumes
we haven't
things.
seen the strangest of everything out of this is Charlie coming out of the hatch,
delirious and kind of like
and he's
laughing.
Like, oh, like, you know, everything is good.
The door was blown off into the beach. So
and it landed ironically at their camp.
And he didn't get far.
He's not even saying anything about Echo. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, like,
there's
no concern.
Nothing.
Everything's okay.
And it's weird, because he's smiley too, and it's just bizarre. So unless it really knocked him for a loop being that close, we saw pure white, maybe he was knocked out or something, and it just messed with him, like did something to his brain.
Yeah, and he was just showing like injury from his forearm. He wasn't even showing like a head injury or...
Yeah, or they're all hooked up to a machine and he just got his morphine drip.
Woo, maybe. Who knows at this point?
He opened up his touch.
One sweet thing I have to say, I love that Claire kissed him. I think that's so cute, and I wanted them to get together for a long time. A lot of messed up things happened, though, and he meant good by it. But anyways, I'm glad that she did that. It was cute. But I'm
maybe
worried.
John told her that, you know, he dumped, you know, all the heroin in the ocean, and, you know, he'll be clean. Maybe that was it. Who knows? Maybe she just found out that, okay, I really do have feelings for him.
Mm-hmm. And she's just ready.
He's at a vulnerable moment. Yeah.
Wow. I hope Echo's alive, and I hope Locke's alive. I feel like Locke's going to be alive, but Echo, I mean, for him to do that, I really like him, and he is very level-headed, and he is, you know, goes by faith, but he also has a lot of facts, too. Like, he's kind of overall rounded, and for him to go in and... But what do? Like, you don't know how a bomb works, right?
Well, detonation of the dynamite too.
Yeah, he was really good at that, actually. So you think but you don't know how quick it's going to go off, I guess. But for him to just seek coverage like right next door, I'm like, I know you want something to block you, but you're literally right around the corner. Like, you're not far away enough.
You're
and
not
you're in a tunnel with metal.
You're doing this to blow things up. I mean,
you got to run farther. But maybe, I mean, they're desperate. But when they first went in, know your hallways, know where you are, where you can hide, duck for cover.
Like, okay,
but you're in the moment, you're not thinking. I just punched myself.
That dynamite looks like it's a lot better condition than the last one we saw.
Yeah.
I know. So I think I didn't blow up beforehand. But I hope he's okay. Like, he was really injured. I thought when he did get up and everything's flying and we see the knives and forks, I thought we were going to see Echo look at Charlie and he was just going to get impaled by all these different projectiles.
Man, and that
just
was
die.
a strong field.
Yeah,
The
you saw it
washer and
crush the,
dryer, the bike.
Can
the
you imagine
weight.
if you had
crushed
like a
the sign.
pacemaker, if you had like something metal on you? He had his necklace
Oh,
that
like
probably
a
would have
metal
ripped
brace
off.
or something?
Ooh, yeah, like something inside your body or just on you. Even your belt, like Charlie's belt, like that probably would have flicked off. But he had metal like all around. He had studs and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that's just like pulled into itself? And it got really scary. Really did.
That was an intense finale.
But I
Good
want to know
job.
what what
Sad.
those hieroglyphics are, because they got to put them on that thing for a reason. And one of
Why?
them was
Yeah.
a bird, and we mentioned about the bird that you saw in the last episode.
Yeah, that prehistoric bird. Maybe that's
Yeah.
it.
I wonder if there's a connection with the hieroglyphics and the, maybe we'll see. One of them looked like a vacuum cleaner. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe they have to clean up the mess.
I know, right? I was going to joke about the vacuum cleaner because it kind of sort of does, So every time a bunker gets destroyed,
An angel gets his wings.
an angel gets his wings. Fortunately, in a
Oh.
twisted way, because like people do die, planes crash, and
Yeah.
other shipwrecks and all that. But I'm kind of wondering now, because it all went to hell anyways. So we're just assuming at this point, because the magnetic field got violent, was really strong, pulling things in, that would it just eventually fizzle out and then that's it? Or did Desmond actually turning the key cause the main event? So it kind of makes you think, like, was that really a fail-safe to stop it, or did that actually finalize it? So I was kind of thinking in that moment, I didn't want to say anything during the actions, but here we're like, oh, and we've seen things happen, even Desmond in this episode, in the flashback, it happened to him, where the countdown, system failure happened, everything's getting pulled in, everything's violently shaking, something's happening. Will it end up in an explosion, end of the world, something devastating happening, or will it just fizzle out? And this key could have been the actual trigger to make it happen for sure, instead of actually just safely ending it.
I think the key actually destroyed the bunker. That's
Yeah.
what Calvin said to Desmond. So
Yes, he said it would blow up. So I'm kind of thinking if he didn't do that, I'm thinking they're still going to think, well, maybe if Desmond didn't turn the key in the first place, maybe the magnetic field would have just fizzled out, and that major one with the blinding white light wouldn't have happened.
So turning the key was the actual, detonation of the actual device.
Yeah, so I kind of wonder if that could have been a test too. So yes, it
But
was
my-
supposed to explode it, but
Yeah.
maybe nothing else would have happened besides the magnetic field going a little crazy and then fizzling out.
But
if
one
he
thing that's
didn't turn
also
the key.
curious too about that is when that whole blinding light and that noise happened, even Henry's group, who experienced it as well, because we saw them holding their ears and stuff,
yes,
Yeah.
they didn't seem too concerned about the aftermath.
Yeah.
no,
I mean, everyone was
they-
hurting from it, but yeah, because even Henry was convincing Locke not to press the button. He's like, oh, and he lied and said he didn't press it and it was fine. So they
But
wanted
he
that to
had to
happen.
have-
Right, he wanted it to happen.
Isn't that crazy? So why are they doing this? Why do they want the bunkers to destroy themselves or like...
And why? And overall, why are people making other people stay on this island? If you think about it, if they have the supply drops, if they have these others, they
They
have
have boats
means
to
of
have
leaving.
rescue.
They have boats.
They all have traits that they need for some other experiments, I guess. Like they use Walt and they're actually setting him free. I still don't trust it, but...
I don't think they set them free.
Yeah, because
They'll be
he was
back.
important, and Henry said, like, oh, well, we got more out of Walt than we realized, or they benefited more with Walt, and they were really happy about it, so maybe they extracted enough from him, or whatever, however they did it. But I feel like they still need him, because for him to be that important, or maybe they are just done with him, they got everything they needed, and how and why, and, so maybe they're going to experiment on them, too. I don't know. It's so bizarre.
I don't like them having the three of our guys. I just
Doesn't
don't
that
like
make you
it.
feel
What do they
sick?
want with them?
I mean, again, you don't know until you're in that position, but just thinking of Michael looking back, seeing his friends tied up on the dock and him just going to freedom with his son. I mean, what a sick feeling. Like, you want to save your kid, and you just sacrificed, and more people died because of you on both sides. Even they killed more others, and other people, he murdered 2 people, and now who
But,
knows what's going to happen to his other friends.
And Henry just banking on the fact that Michael's not going to tell anybody anything because they're going to want to know how he got his son back,
Yeah.
and how desperate he was. But it's just, there's just so many things that just leave so many questions. Like, why the fake beard? Why couldn't he just grow his own?
Or knowing
If-
names, because
If
it's not
he
like
can.
you
And
can
the
Google
name-
someone and find their home or address.
Yeah,
you
and
know
just
what I mean?
have them pretending to live like they were living, and Michael going back and telling them that they live, more primitively than us, and they're living in tents and they're guarding
Yeah, why the
nothing,
stage?
and everything is a stage. Yeah.
And to go that far, I mean, like, it's not only
Here's the
the
secret
huts that
edition.
even looked pretty decent. I mean, they've been there for a while, but to go that far instead of just having something even more like not so put together, because for them to actually, it seems like they have a lot more equipment and a lot more technology still than they're letting on to be able to build these huts probably quickly over a short amount of time, because our main group hasn't been on this island for that long, 60 some
Well, they
odd
also
days,
dug
right?
those doors out for their
Yeah,
fake
and those
bunker.
heavy freaking doors. Like, unless they have like paint and foam and
Plastic.
stuff and something light where they can refabricate
Like Survivor
doors.
on steroids.
And just to
big-
be able to do this, like, how many guys do they really have? Is it all technology? Like, they have like big machines that help carry these things and build things within 60 days, like 2 months. Like, they have a lot of stuff, and they're probably busy doing other things too. So to just be like fully focused on that 24/7, I just think there's just so much work there
What
to
if they
pretend.
are on a set, like a movie set or something?
I
It
know,
is
like
the Truman
Survivor.
Yeah, and some people are actually in on it,
Theater.
like Anna Lucia and Libby were in on it or something, and they're like,
And
"Oh, we
maybe
didn't actually
they were
die."
they were casted, and this is the part where you die, and okay, you die.
Can you imagine if Michael was actually in on it the whole time too? Like, it would be so insane. So I think we'll end it there. Did you have something you wanted to say, Tom? I think I cut you off before.
I probably did.
Sorry, I ruined it for you.
In and
So, but so many things to talk about. We finished the finale. I mean, this season was great. Can't wait
It
for
was.
season 3.
Oh my God, it was so intense.
It was very intense.
Do you think going back to what's her name, Penn? Is that her name?
Yes, I wanted.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, do you think maybe that she planted something on that boat on Elizabeth?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities.
Well, the boat didn't crash. I mean, something was going on with the boat because Calvin was fixing it.
and we didn't even talk about his murder.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
And
murder. It was a
maybe
homicide.
she was, maybe because they
Yeah.
have so much money, her family has so much money, maybe she's asking this expedition guys to find him, because he was doing this round trip to around the world, right?
Mhm.
And they haven't found the ship, they haven't found the sailboat, they haven't, no signs of him. So maybe she's just got to lose some money having, people exploring and trying to see something, trying to find any trace of Desmond.
No wonder they're going to send like a rescue party out for them, and then they're going to get stuck on the island.
Yeah.
They're
So
gonna
many
get
possibilities.
sucked in, shipwrecked.
Yeah. Oh my God. So until next time, guys. I mean, we could just talk about this all day, every time.
Yes.
But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Toodles! Press the button.
No.
Press the button.
Too late.
Ring the bell.